We are the Lockwoods, and we're traveling the world to experience up close and in person all the natural wonders and distinct cultures that our kids would otherwise see only in textbooks and TV. We just took a 200-kilometer train trip from Kuala Lumpur to a Malaysian city that's known as much for its vibrant food and art scene as for its rich mining history. But we're here for a different kind of adventure. We're about to climb, crawl, and swim deep into one of the country's hottest caves in an experience that's sure to be a physical challenge for the entire fam. Let's get started.
It was a 2.5-hour trip sitting down, and now we have to find a taxi. We're not actually staying in the city. We're staying a little bit outside the city, and we're gonna get a bit more nature. Just gotta figure out where to get the taxi. I see one cab there. There's gotta be like a line or taxi stand or something.
Oof, and it's raining.
And all sweet resort. Got one. We're staying at the Haven Resort and All Suites.
We're not gonna go to our room yet because it's not ready yet. So instead we're gonna go grab some lunch.
We got vouchers, so we have a drink voucher and 10% off of our lunch voucher.
Do we have,
Disco vouchers?
everything is free vouchers?
No.
I was just thinking that this has been a particularly wet, rainy season, but come to think of it, this is really the first actual rain that we've encountered since we got to Malaysia. So I think I still have Philippines on the brain. We had quite a bit of rain there every day. But it's to be expected, no big deal.
Wow, look how pretty this mountain is. I really love that we found this resort that's like kind of tucked away from the city. We're like in the jungle, in the mountains. All right, how about here? We're the only ones in the restaurant, and I'm actually really surprised that our room's not ready yet because this isn't the busy season. They're obviously not at full capacity. But it's not ready, it's not ready.
All right, we're gonna have some lunch right now, and then we will give you a little room tour as soon as our room is ready. Beautiful. Very pretty. Oh, I see a temple way over there.
There are so many caves and temples and cave temples. We have a 2-bedroom residence suite.
Not bad.
If we get an apartment, this is what I want the apartment to look like.
We have a full kitchen with a stovetop and one bathroom for us all to share. The 2 bedrooms, one's bigger than the other, that one's for Phil and I, and a nice big living room, lots of space for us. Let's see what's over here. I have no idea what this room is for. It's like a laundry room, but there's no laundry. This is the master bedroom. Oh, and we actually have our own bathroom and a closet. Kids don't have that.
Well, after we admire this view for a little while, we're gonna get ready, get settled in. We've got a lot of prep work to do before we go out on that awesome cave adventure tomorrow. We're gonna launch an episode for you right now too, so that's probably gonna take us about a half an hour, but we will check back in with you in the morning.
We're going out on an adventure, and we're actually a little bit nervous about this one. It's different than anything we've done before. When we went canyoneering in South Cebu, we were all pretty excited about the adventure of it, but we also knew that the high jumps were gonna be optional. Our challenges today might not be so optional.
The fact that we just watched that film about the Thai boy soccer team that got stuck in a cave isn't really helpful, but limestone cave exploration is one of the many things that Ipoh is known for. So I'm kind of confident that it's gonna be a much safer situation here. And we woke up this morning to this beautiful sunrise. The weather looks fantastic so far. We don't have any torrential downpours to worry about. So far, everything is really looking like it's turning out in our favor.
Our car's here.
Thank you
very much.
Okay, but how long is the walk from here to the cave?
I honestly don't know, but it might just be the entrance right here.
Well, it looks like a very popular activity. It is crowded here and a lot of kids, which really reminds me of that Thai caving film we saw. Notice that almost everybody else is wearing pants. I'm looking for anyone else in shorts or swim trunks. Found one. Found one. Literally one other person.
I found more. There's a group of people over there. They look just like us with their shorts and their water resistant tops, and I don't know, I think we're in good shape. They didn't say anything about long pants.
I doubt they look quite like you, because you got your Rocky Balboa shorts on, baby.
Nervous? I'm nervous because we're going into the caves and doing some cave exploration, which means there's going to be some tight spaces. Cold is claustrophobic. I'm sorry, don't yell at me. We should go check in.
Are you at all nervous about making it out of the cave alive, or even just generally being claustrophobic in there, Colt?
Yeah, I'm claustrophobic. I'm like scared, but I want to do it.
We made the reservation ahead of time, but they did not take a deposit, so we actually have to buy our tickets. There are 4 different packages to choose from. These 2 are dry packages, and these are wet. And I believe we still get to see the cave and do the dry experience with the wet package. I'm not sure which one we're doing, either thrilling or action-packed. But look at that tight space. We'll have to figure out which one we're doing.
Why don't you get us set up with tickets, and I need to get the camera ready for the underwater.
Got our tickets, got our headlamps.
First thing we have to do is pick out helmets. They've got little color-coded sizes, so I think the kids are gonna be smalls, which are white. Aaron's gonna be extra small, which is also white.
I promise you, Colt's gonna need a bigger helmet than me. I'll do a white. We'll see what color he gets.
That'll do.
And once we get our helmets picked up, we also have to wear these headlamps. Now, the headlamps are not included with the price of admission, but you do have to rent them. That is required. It was only 20 ringgits for the 4 of them, which is like $1. What? I don't know. Not very much USD. Oh wow, this is so pretty. Wow, this is really beautiful. Really, really cool.
Well, so far this isn't bad at all. This is easy peasy, right guys?
Yeah, famous last words.
They tell us it's about a 4-hour journey through here, which means we have about 3 hours and 55 minutes left.
If you haven't guessed it, platform number 2 is the Echo platform.
10 platforms total on our particular trek. One of the other many things that Ipoh is known for is their mining industry of the past. And this used to be a cave for mining, both iron and tin.
Although the cave itself is much older than the mining industry, this is a 400 million year old cave. And the name Gua Tempurung means cave for coconut milk. No, sorry. Gua means cave, Tempurung means coconut fruit. So we walked all the way up here at platform 3. We have a total of 1,250 steps throughout this thing. So far they've all been up.
Doesn't that look like a grenade?
It very well could be. Do you know why? Same with these other drawings. I think he said that these are from communist occupation, so this would have been way back when that's what cars looked like. So these were drawn a long time ago, decades and decades ago. And so if it was during wartime, that may very well be exactly what that is. Just like all the mountains around here, this is a limestone cave. It's absolutely crazy how tall this cave is. I mean, I'm not very good at estimating this sort of thing, but I would say potentially a couple of 100 meters. So far from top to bottom.
This is platform 4, it's called Wind Tunnel. This looks like we're in more of a tunnel. I imagine it's because the wind goes through it.
How many lizards do you think you can find in here, Ben?
0.
What about like bearded dragons or something?
Bearded dragons don't live here, they live in like dry forests.
And the pictures we're getting in here are surprisingly really, really cool. Make sure to follow us on Instagram. That's where we're posting in real time. So if you want to know what we're doing right this very second, follow us there. Moving along through the caves, we're getting more wet. So there was a little tiny stream of water back there, and now there's a lot more. I wonder if we're going to get a bigger body of water as we keep moving.
More drawings, they're all over the caves. And since they're not particularly old, it's not great to see. It's basically vandalism.
Now this is a cave, so deep.
Look at the people way down there. Look at the lights.
That's an indication of when we need our headlamps on. Platform 5 is called Top of the World. Now the adventure is starting 130 meters down from this point. And the lights here, those are the last lights we're getting in this cave. Hi!
What do you think so far, Ben?
I think it's pretty fun. It's so dark though. I can't see very far. I don't have much range with my flashlight, so I rely on other people using their flashlights to get everywhere.
We're heading up for our first challenge, which is the rock slide. It's 5 meters, which is approximately 15 feet. Colt wants to go first.
It should be noted that so far, I would say about 80% of this experience has been standing, waiting for the crowds. So right now we're waiting to go down the slide, but we've got about 30 people in front of us, and it's one at a time.
Yeah, we booked this experience and we booked a slot to start, but what we didn't realize was that about 30 other people had that same slot and the same guide. So we're all moving as a group, one at a time. So it's a little slow, which is the only reason I feel like it's gonna take as many hours as it will.
Ooh, it's actually really far and steep. It's pretty steep, like a good 50, 45 degrees.
Go as slow as you need to, bud. Good job, good job.
Okay.
All right, babe. Woo! Good job, bud. Careful! You okay, babe?
Whoa.
Yep. Uh-huh. Show up in the morning. Wear pants if you do this.
I think it was like too fast to hurt. I wasn't even focusing on the pain because it didn't really hurt that much for me. It was just super fast when I got to the edge. And I was so surprised that I couldn't feel anything. Yeah, super fast.
Oops, careful. You okay? Everybody has to turn on their headlamps now, and this is actually pretty difficult. It's making us pretty nervous and people are slipping and sliding. Oop, including me.
Carrying a 6 or 7 pound camera around makes the slide a whole lot more difficult. I may have just re-injured my coccyx, my tailbone, after 8 years of it being broken and finally getting it fixed.
I protected my tailbone, but my butt's a little sore. And we're getting close to water, I can hear it. Colt can see it.
We're sliding.
Yep, it truly is a challenge. Whoops, and here it is. Oh, it's freezing water, holy smokes.
It's not cold though, it's like cool.
What? No, seriously, I'm freezing. But you know, I like the heat and I hate the cold water, so I'm just being a baby.
These are bats.
They're sleeping.
1, 2, 3.
No effect. No effect. All right, let's keep going. More water. This one's a little bit deeper, but still not going up to my waist.
Big shout out to Allbirds shoes. This is definitely not what these things were created for, but they are holding up like champs. Cool.
Yeah, some mountaineering in a cave. Okay. The scariest thing in this cave is this spider. Okay, I don't like it.
Hey, Colt, stand back. Where is it?
Right there, right in the light.
It's a little whip spider. They're really friendly.
Colt knows, but I don't want to go near it. Here, get me over here. We have got to climb up these rocks. There's no path. We really just have to go whichever way feels safest to us. And we have to watch out for scorpions and spiders. We have to be very careful with Colt because he seeks these things out and we want him to stay away from them. But it looks pretty challenging. It's not that bad. Honestly, it's not that challenging. It's a lot easier than it seems from down there. But we're actually about 80.
Not that challenging.
Catch that? We're about 80 meters below ground. So I think we had 130 total, but right here, this cave is about 80 meters from the very top to where we're standing.
Well, we made it. The hard part was really the scorpions and the spiders. It's mental. It's a mental game.
Now just more waiting. I welcome the break. I don't have the best lungs, so I need to take frequent breaks when we do stuff like this. This is definitely the most technical part we've been to so far because it's so steep, it's so slippery, and then everybody's like all in a line. If one person makes a mistake, it's gonna be like a domino effect.
Made it. That was rough. I think we might be at the top right now. This group over here is holding up a sign that makes it look like they've reached the summit. And I don't know if you can tell from the light or anything if I do this, but it's very dusty up here. It's like dust just falling all over. And I'm assuming that's because it's about to cave in.
No! Now we have a 2-minute rest after that climb. I'm really proud of the kids. They are doing excellent. They're not complaining at all. Colt's pretty gung-ho, and I'm really proud of Brooklyn's resilience too. She's just powering through. She actually wants to
power through everybody and be the leader of this whole thing.
And one of our friends, Jimmy Mitchell, is the one who actually recommended this place. We saw their YouTube video, Mitch is on the Horizon, where they did this with their 2 boys who I think are 8 years old. So it's pretty nuts to think that those 2 kids were making it up, all of this technical, steep stuff going on right here. But Jimmy also mentioned that. He said it was pretty technical and he was really proud of the boys for doing it. I just can't imagine. So kudos to those guys.
It's just kind of fun. It kind of amazes me, like the potential danger we could be in with this. Like one little slip, it really is pretty dangerous. And we would never be able to do this in the US, for better or for worse, honestly. But to be able to experience this, and I do feel like our kids have enough capabilities that they are safe doing the climbing and stuff, but for them to get this experience is pretty amazing, because I know that we couldn't do this anywhere else. There's no other cave like this in the world except for this exact cave in Malaysia. We're so grateful to travel. This is just really steep, is all. Careful, bud. Get low to the ground if you need to. You gotta use your whole body for this. Using my hands, my elbows, so dirty.
Water time.
Getting back in the water?
Getting back in the water, and hopefully it'll be deeper. Actually, it's freezing. Hopefully it will not be deeper.
Freezing!
Look at the erosion marks on that rock. It's so cool.
I see light! Oh my gosh, we are coming out of the cave. That was the biggest challenge our family has done together so far. And we're not quite done with this whole excursion, but we're at least out of the cave. Oh, how pretty! This is like the Malaysian jungle.
Well, believe it or not, that's about the halfway point. So we have 2 more hours. We're gonna head back into the caves and we have kind of a completely different type of experience from here forward. I don't know if it's gonna be more challenging or less challenging, but I can tell it's gonna be challenging. Throughout our episodes, we've directed viewers to our website for everything from giveaway signups to our Stuff We Love collection to registration for our upcoming meet and greet in the Philippines. What you may not know is that all of that functionality, along with a ton more, is powered by the Squarespace website platform. Squarespace not only makes it quick and easy for non-web designers to quickly set up beautiful websites, but it also provides tools for things like blogs, e-commerce stores, appointment booking, secure member areas, email marketing, integrated payment processing, and a lot more. Not only do we run the followabc.com website on Squarespace, but the web design agency that I started almost 23 years ago has built more than 100 client websites on this platform. It's the only site hosting and management platform that offers all of these business-focused features for a low monthly fee and makes it quick and simple for any user to add new features and new content to their websites with very little design or technical expertise. Go to followabc.com/Squarespace to set up a free trial and to take advantage of current promotions. And if you run into trouble or just want to leverage my agency's experience to help you get a great site up as quickly as possible, head over to followabc.com/websites and request a quote from me personally. Now let's get back into that cave where we belong.
The plan to start the second half, we're gonna follow the river into the cave, and we might have to crawl, and the river's gonna get a little bit deeper. Injury alert, Pulte pulled a muscle in his leg. But the problem with this is the only way out is forward, so we gotta keep going. About to go into some deep water. All right, let's go.
Oh, it's like really deep. Prepare to be cold. Whoa, it's like really deep. It's gonna be like to my belly button.
Don't screech, bud. You okay?
Yeah, I don't understand how they're so far ahead of us.
Are we going the right way?
Like, are we supposed to be in the water?
Well, are we going the right way?
That's them. I don't know. I don't see anybody.
Hold on.
We need a little bit of help.
Hold on. Are we lost? Should we be in the water? Yeah, in the water.
Okay, so we should be in the water. This is too low.
We got lost. Oh my gosh. Okay. Woo.
I can't believe we almost got lost in a cave. We almost had a movie made about us.
Spielberg! Woo, we found our group. We're literally gonna have to crawl army style through this cave. This is not for people who are claustrophobic. Ooh. Again, pants would be better. Oh, okay, challenge accepted. Challenge gotten.
I think that was fun. It scrapes up your elbows and knees a little bit, but it was like being back in boot camp in the military, a little obstacle course stuff to make things more interesting. I hope we have some more of those, actually.
And it's, again, one of those things I think is probably easier for the kids than it is for us because they're just little people.
This is my happy dance. When I'm happy, I do it.
Since I can only use one hand on the way down, I'm gonna try to go as slow as I possibly can. I don't wanna hurt my butt again. This one's gonna be harder because it's a lot steeper, although we got some bumps in here, it might be able to slow me down. Yeah.
Oh. Woo! That was actually terrifying because it was so steep, so slippery. Can you tell by my screen? I was afraid, but they had you. Like I felt like nobody was gonna really let me get hurt. Everybody's screaming. But it is actually pretty scary. It's intimidating up there looking down. The kids did awesome. The kids weren't even afraid, just me. No way, we have to go down there. Oh, hurt me. Very slippery. We're winding down to the end of this tour. We're putting the mics away because they cannot get wet. And he says that we're gonna get up to our shoulders in the water because we're gonna follow the river all the way back. So we'll see in the end. You'll hear us in the end. You're gonna see it as we go.
You know how we know we can't get these things wet? Because of the other two that we got wet a couple of days ago that are no longer functional.
Physically and mentally, kids are blowing my mind. Cole really gets claustrophobic, but he pushed through. So proud of him. And Brooklyn, just without any hesitation, just went for it. And neither of them have been complaining at all whatsoever. In fact, I feel like they could take more. I can't take any more though. This is getting exhausting. I'm getting injuries. I'm getting tired. But we're getting closer and closer to the end. I see daylight. Whoa, yes, it's daylight.
I see the light. I'm gonna go towards it.
What did you think about the crawling part?
No, I did not like it. It was terrifying.
But you did it.
It's not that scary, except I have major claustrophobia. Like, it's not even that scary, but when you have claustrophobia, you feel like you're gonna die, even though you know it's pretty safe.
But you did it, Cole. I'm really proud of you for that.
If you want to take rocks out of your shoes, then you should take them off here, because there's like no pebbles or rocks there. It's just rock.
Oh, good point.
I feel like Brooklyn and Colt are definitely getting their second win, just as Aaron and I are starting to lose steam.
Completely pooped. It looks like we're breaking out of jail here. We made it, we survived. This is right back where we started. So we entered the cave right above here, and that's the sign. We walked right under and followed the river back. So what an amazing experience. What did you guys think of that?
It was a generally cool experience, and it really is fun to watch your family members get tortured throughout the cold water while you're just standing there wondering why it's so cold for them. And really, it's like a hot tub of warm sensation when you just want to be.
Thank you, Miss
Thank you,
Colorado.
Miss Colorado.
Gua Tempurung, definitely one of the most adventurous things we have done. A lot of that is because of the level of difficulty, but part of it is just the duration also. I mean, we were out there for 4 or 5 hours, no breaks, no way out of there really other than to climb out to make your way through. So in that sense, I'm so glad that our kids actually went through it, taught them a little bit about perseverance, grit, making sure that they just get the job done. Definitely a fantastic opportunity. If you have time to do this, do it. I don't know if they have private tours, but if you could do one of those, it would probably knock it down to about 1 hour of total duration. Either way, it's really an incredible experience. But now we're off to Penang, an island right here in Malaysia. We've got about 5 days left in this country before we skedaddle and get ready for our next adventure. So please follow us, subscribe, comment if you have any thoughts on today's episode. Thank you. Hey, babe.
Yeah?
Baby, I'm not allowed to say it, but what's the climate like in here?
It's a comfortable weather where the atmosphere is like a sweater around you.
Like a dry sweater?
Like a wet sweater.
Look at this crystal I found. Oh, it's so much bigger than I thought. Actually, never mind. That's the other crystal part.
All right, let's go. You lost the kids.
I know.